If you've seen my earlier videos on the Chirp Contour, you already know I've spent some time with this product, having used it for a solid year now, and my wife and I both love it. But now Chirp has released the new Sand version and gives the Contour a very different first impression. At its core, this is still the Chirp Contour decompression and massage table. It still focuses on decompression, massage, and heat, but this version adds a warmer color, a more refined look. And Chirp says it also includes a LuxWeave pattern with thicker padding. Hi, I'm Ralph, and welcome to the Ageless Runner. So the question for this video is simple. Is this just a new color, or does the Sand version actually make the overall experience feel more premium in everyday use? Now, if you want to see my early reviews, they are linked below. But for anyone who hasn't seen them, the Contour is an at-home back relief device designed around three main functions: decompression therapy, massage therapy, and heat therapy. The decompression side is meant to gently stretch and lift through the back. The massage side works into the muscles around the spine, and heat is there to warm the area and help you relax into the session. These are still the three main functions of the Contour experience. Now, what I like here is that it's trying to combine those things in one device you can use at home without needing to book an appointment or leave the house. Said another way, it's a compact at-home option rather than a large massage chair setup. Now, if at any time you decide to buy a Contour, I would appreciate using the link below, as it gives me a small commission, which helps support my channel. Now, that link below also takes you to the product page, which has a lot more detail. But in plain English, here's how I would describe the Contour. There's a motorized roller system inside the unit that moves and applies pressure into the muscles of your back. Chirp describes the main roller as a dynamic compression roller with Backtrack Smart Adjust technology, which is designed to adapt the roller height and pressure based on the user. So as you lie back, you're getting that lifting, rolling, pressure-based action through the back, while heat can be added through the surface around the roller area. Now, the heat function is built into the fabric and can be set at two different warmth levels. Another practical point is that the Contour uses interchangeable back rollers, so you can change the feel depending on how gentle or intense you want the session to be. The current setup includes soft, contour, and deep tissue rollers. Chirp also offers additional roller options on some bundles, and also incorporates a neck massager. All these functions, the back massage, the neck massage, and heat, can all be controlled independently. All of these are reasons this can feel more customizable than a one-setting-fits-all product. Now, when I look at a product like this, I'm less interested in the marketing language and more interested in the practical features that actually matter in real use. First, the adaptive adjust. The Contour automatically adjusts roller height and pressure based on the user's height, and they list the range from 5 feet 0 inches to 6 feet 5 inches, with support for users up to 250 pounds. Second, there's the customization. You have roller choices, pressure choices, wave pattern choices, and the feel matters. And it supports 2 programmable user profiles, which is useful if more than one person in the household is using it. Third, there's the size and storage. This is still one of the more practical things about the Contour. With a 22-pound weight, it's something that stores more easily than bulkier in-home massage products. So for me, the big practical story is this. It aims to give you a more personalized back relief session home without needing a giant chair or a permanent dedicated space. And we keep ours on the floor, but you can put it on your bed, so it's very easy to move around and put it in a spot that works best for you. Now, this is where the Sand version becomes interesting, because functionally, this is still the Contour. The real update is the presentation. The Sand version has the LuxWeave pattern and thicker padding, and clearly gives a more refined, more premium, more home-friendly feel. As the product page states, the Sand version is a sleek new look, same easy relief. And honestly, that's the first thing you notice. The black version looks more utilitarian to me. The Sand version feels more like a wellness product that is actually designed to live in a room without screaming exercise equipment or therapy device. The color is softer, the surface looks more upscale, and the stitch padded design gives it a more finished appearance. And then there's the thicker padding. That may sound like a small thing, but it matters because it changes the first impression when you sit down or lie back. It feels a little more cushioned and a little more inviting right away. Chirp explicitly calls out the added padding as one of the new features on the Sand model. So no, this is not a radical redesign, but I do think the Sand version changes how the product feels in a home environment. This is where I think a review like this has to stay honest. If you already understand what the Contour does, then the Sand model is not changing the mission. It's still about decompression, massage, and heat. What it changes is the feel of the experience around the function. When I sit down in this version and lie back, the immediate impression is a little softer, a little more refined, and a little less clinical. That may not matter to everybody. If somebody only cares about the core function, they may look at this and say, fine, just give me the original black version. But this is something that's going to sit in a bedroom, office, or living area. I do think the sand version has more visual appeal. It's easier on the eyes, and it feels more like something you'd actually want in your home. And that matters more than some people think, because the easier something is to leave out, the easier it is to actually use it consistently. And that's what's really important about the Chirp Contour, using it consistently. Chirp's own messaging leans in the idea of convenient at-home use, easy storage, and using it when you want relief rather than waiting for an appointment. That convenience angle makes more sense when the product also looks like it belongs in the space. I think this makes the most sense for someone who wants an at-home back relief option, a combination of decompression, massage, and heat, some customization through rollers and settings, and a product that feels a little more premium visually. If you're the kind of person who cares about how something looks in your home, I think the sand version has a clear advantage. If you only care about the core mechanics and nothing else, then the biggest difference here may be the finish and padding rather than a dramatically different treatment experience, and that's the honest read. So my bottom line is this: the Chirp Contour Sand is not a completely new product. It's the same core contour concept built around decompression, massage, heat, interchangeable rollers, and adaptive adjustment. What the sand version adds is a more polished presentation. The LuxWeave pattern, the warmer sand color, and the thicker padding makes us feel more premium and more home-friendly. And for the right person, that absolutely matters. So if you already liked what the Contour does, the sand version doesn't change the mission, it changes the presentation. In this case, I think the presentation really does improve the overall feel of the product. If you want to see my earlier Contour videos, I'll link those below. And if you want to buy a Contour, I would appreciate, again, using the link below, as it gives me a small commission, which helps support my channel. Now let me know in the comments, would you prefer the original black version, or do you think the new sand finish is a better look? And if you found this review helpful, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Again, I'm Ralph, the Ageless Runner. Thank you for being here.